Samsung's Galaxy S25 FE is coming soon, and most of the details have already leaked. According to reports, it will be priced at $650, just like last year's model. At first glance, that might seem like a good thing. If the price went any higher, it would be too close to the base Galaxy S25, but even at $650, you have to ask, is this phone really worth it? The phone is expected to launch around September and will come in for different colors. It will have a thinner and lighter body with slimmer bezels, which should make it look more modern. But once you get past the new look, most of the phone is actually the same as last year's Galaxy S24 FE. The display will be the same, a 6.7-inch dynamic AMOLED-to-X screen with a 120Hz refresh rate. The camera setup is also unchanged. You'll get a 50-megapixel main camera with optical image stabilization, a 12-megapixel ultra-wide camera, and an 8-megapixel telephoto lens with 3x zoom. These are good cameras, no doubt, but there's nothing new or exciting here. Inside, the S25 FE is expected to run on Samsung's Exynos 2400 chip. It'll have 8GB of RAM, and to storage options minus 128GB and 256GB. Charging might improve slightly with support for 45-watt fast charging, but battery details are still unclear. The phone will come with Android 16, Samsung's One UI 8, and include Galaxy AI features. Samsung is also promising 7 years of updates, which is great for long-term use. So apart from the updated design and slightly faster charging, everything else feels the same as last year's model, and that's where things get tricky because there's a lot of competition in this price range. Take the Google Pixel 9a, for example. It launched earlier this year for $499, but right now, you can get it for $399. That's $250 less than the S25 FE. Yes, the Pixel has a smaller 6.3-inch screen, but it offers a big 5,100 mAh battery, good performance, useful AI features, and the same 7 years of updates. Samsung might have better camera hardware, but with that big price gap, the Pixel 9a is hard to ignore. Then there's the regular Galaxy S25. It starts at $799, but Samsung and carriers often run promotions or trade-in deals that bring the price down to around $650. At that point, why buy the FE? The regular S25 has a better processor, a more premium design, and offers a better overall experience. And don't forget about the OnePlus 13R. It's priced at $599 and gives you a lot for your money. It runs on the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chip, comes with 12GB of RAM, and has a big 6,000 mAh battery. It also has a stylish design, Gorilla Glass 7i, and an aluminum frame. It doesn't offer the best cameras or wireless charging, but in terms of speed, battery life, and price, it's a strong option. So who is the Galaxy S25 FE really for? It's not cheap enough to attract budget buyers. Samsung already has the Galaxy S series for that. And it's not unique or powerful enough to compete with phones like the Pixel 9a or OnePlus One 3R. It just sits in the middle, without a clear reason to exist. It seems like Samsung is releasing the S25 FE just to have a phone between the S series and S series. But without new features or a lower price, it doesn't stand out. Apple might be doing something similar with the rumored iPhone 16e, which is also expected to be a light version of their flagship at around $600. If Samsung really wants people to care about the FE series, they either need to drop the price or add meaningful upgrades that make it stand out from the rest. Right now, the S25 FE looks like it's made for people who just want a Samsung phone and aren't looking too closely at the competition. The S25 FE probably won't be a bad phone. It will have a nice screen, solid cameras, decent performance, and long-term software support, but in 2025, just being decent isn't enough to grab attention. So unless you're someone who only buys Samsung phones, it might be better to look at other options. Because at $650, there are more exciting and better value phones out there.